And we're back in the Ashtray. I only plan to play through day 5, I probably won't get into day 6. My plan is this, so we don't know if the blood moon will happen today, or other days, until 8 o'clock day 5, which is when the little alert goes and it becomes red. Essentially, this base has to be built by them, so these walls have to all be cobblestone, except of course the walls that are intended to be broken. We've got to get some strong doors in place so that the zombies actually target these blocks. And we kind of want to have a roof and spikes going as well. To this end, what I'm going to do is actually craft up iron tools. Namely, iron pickaxe and iron shovel will be the most useful to us. More so the iron pickaxe as it can give us metal. This is going to be my first blood moon without a shotgun of any sort, except for blunderbuss of course, so this is going to be interesting. That said, we have a much stronger base than I usually have, so I think it'll go well. I also have to get around to reinforcing these blocks down here. You can't really see that in the video, but I'll add a light filter or something so it's visible. And so essentially today's plan is get some better tools and upgrade the base. So I'll get to it. The first thing is going to be crafting that pickaxe. I knew this would require lots of iron. I didn't expect it to require this much iron, but we need 30 forged iron for the pickaxe. So I went ahead, got some forged iron. I also got some spare for some repair kits. Glue, used to make duct tape. And we also need quite a lot of that when trying to, craft up repair kits and tools. In addition to iron, of course, we also need some wood and leather, so, well, we've already got our duct tape. Wood and leather, I believe we have a ton of that. They would both be in this general resources chest, and yay. We do have 3 leather over here, and a ton of wood. In fact, I probably shouldn't be keeping it all inside that chest over there. Craft up the iron pickaxe, just like that. This will make getting more iron super easy, and then we can even upgrade our shovel as well. While we're waiting, I'll go ahead and start building this roof and foundation. Actually, one thing I've realized is, after placing these blocks here, we don't really need to build a platform to walk on. We can just lower this side of the base. Lopsided base, I guess. This part will be elevated, that's absolutely fine. This will be the weak length that they can attack on, in this case, so zombies will be attacking the floor blocks over there. On the other side, though, for now they'll be attacking up here, and I think I can eventually lower it, because this hill only goes up till here, and then we drop down another level, and we're essentially on the same level on the other side. So I might end up flattening this hill right here, in order to make it so zombies always attack this block. But then again, this is only going to be working for night 1. We've got plenty of time to make that work out. One other thing I need that I forgot to mention is cobblestone rock, so we'll be gathering up a bunch of stone with this pickaxe. So, I'll get to breaking down some of the nearby area. Namely, we want to find an iron, little block of iron, and just mine all the way down. I don't immediately see one here, but I might just be blind, so I'll probably run around a little bit. But we're looking for a vein of iron ore. They tend to go pretty deep. So, just 1 or 2 of them will give me more than I really need. There we go. We've got our first pickaxe. I'll go ahead and just run over to a boulder. It's 53 damage. That's pretty decent. Yes, this gives significantly more stone than we've been gathering recently. 70 for that. That was definitely well worth it. My one concern is my stamina, so if I can find a way to boost that, that'd be great. Anyhow, I'll get around to finding a iron rock. I'm gonna first break down a bit of the stone, just because I want to start crafting cobblestone while I look for iron vein. And I'll see you when I found iron. Now, I still haven't found iron. In fact, it's taken me really far away from our base. Just look at that distance right over there. However, one thing I realized is I have 4 skill points, and so I'd like to kind of start investing them. One of the things that I'm going to start getting is this sexual tyrannosaurus over here, because that one gives me reduced melee, tool, and stamina usage. That one gives me reduced tool stamina usage, so that one's pretty useful. And also, of course, the Miner 69er and Mother Loader is pretty great just for gathering materials. So I'll be investing in these occasionally. Ooh, and while looking for iron, I've actually come across this house. Iron is actually significantly more rare than it used to be. So I'm gonna start looting this house quickly, maybe wrench a few things, and that might be our source for iron. It's 8 o'clock, and we know the blood moon's not today, so we're no longer pressed to rush through iron. One thing I've started doing is, rather than looting this place immediately, I actually prefer to stealth mode around the place and see if I can find anyone. Simply because if they're still asleep and you headshot them, you can actually do stealth damage times 4, and with a bow that does 40 damage, that's an insta-kill. As long as you don't like fully enter the room, I think they stay asleep. Ooh, this is neat. Alright, we're gonna check out back as well. Okay, when's the dog gonna spawn? I'm pretty sure that's how they spawn dogs, but not entirely confirmed. Well, I didn't see any way in there. Oh, I see. That's where he's gonna come from. Nice. Well, we were beware of dog, and we've handled that situation very nicely. Now we can get down to actually looting this place, because I think that was all the enemies this place had to offer. I'll get to slicing this guy up, looting everything I can, break down any good metal sources I find, and I'll get back to you guys when that's finished. And we're just about finished looting this wonderful place. I haven't found any secret areas, so I feel like I might have missed something. We might come back to this later. I don't want to spend too long looking for stuff. That said, what I did find was pretty useful, so iron sledgehammer schematic. I'm going to go ahead and read that. This lets me craft an iron sledgehammer. Those could be pretty useful if I ever get iron tool parts and I want to make my first iron weapon. Speaking of steel tools, we got some steel tools right over here, or steel tool parts, and motor tool parts whenever I want to make my chainsaw or auger. We actually got extremely lucky. There was one bathroom and one sink, and they gave us a total of 3 bottles of acids. But yeah, so couldn't have gotten luckier there. Now we can make a bike, and we can also make 2 other sets of wheels for another, something like a motorcycle or motorbike later. I grabbed some more mechanical parts and electrical parts, just in case we do want to craft those items. And lastly, we got a puffer coat. Not super useful to us yet, but when we go to winter biome, it'll be amazing. 23 cold resist is beyond awesome. That said, for now I'm going to keep my current equipment, which is a college jacket, and it gives you a 10% run speed. So while I'm not dealing with any heat elements, it's definitely better to wear what I've currently got. Now that that's finished, I'm going to go back to looking for an iron vein. I thought I just saw one over there. And I'll see you guys when I find my next point of interest. Just as far from home as we used to be, and I still haven't found any iron. We're going to go ahead and loot this place just because it's got things like this, stone, which could be useful to us, and I think there might even be an underground bunker. Actually no, this POI does not have an underground anything, so we'll just go ahead, do a very quick looting. Alright, we'll just take out the sleepers. Ooh, that did not one-shot. Alright. There we go. It's still alive, wow. It must have gotten stronger or something. But I found things like cement and cobblestones here, so that'll be very useful to us. This person had way too much health. Where did you come from, sir? You know, it doesn't matter. We'll just take you out with the swing of the bat. Oh, there was a door here. That's so amazing. I missed this twice. Alright then. Would have been much easier than breaking in. I'll keep in mind that these places have back doors. Alright, so, we've got piles of stone here, and I'm pretty sure that these are the ones that break down for a lot. Oh yeah, these ones give 60, and I believe this one's going to give me 90. 60 and 60. But still crazy. Seems we found some muffled connectors. I'll read those. We're going to drop anything we don't need, because we don't like being encumbered. And we'll be back on the road in no time. Ooh, gas can recipe, that will be useful. So if we go to the desert and we find oil, we can craft a ton of that. We found honey, and I think I'll keep this one. Not because I immediately need it, but because it's good to have for when I do need it. We don't want to be rushing to search for one of these just because we're infected, so I'll keep it for now, and we've got some seeds. Now, with this full inventory, I think it's time we head back home. We'll walk down this road for now, head home sort of indirectly. We'll walk along the main path and see if we can find iron, because that is, of course, still our goal. Whoa. What is this I see? Have we finally found it? I think this is iron, guys. It looks like iron, so unless they seriously change the texture of iron... Ooh, we've got iron. Alright, awesome. So, Iron is not going to add to our inventory size, however, this encumbrance, I believe, yeah, it affects how much stamina we use. Let's build a storage chest and place it down just so we aren't encumbered for a while. I don't think items despawn ever, but why not just place this here? There's no harm. And we'll get down to breaking this. I plan on digging way past this initial ore right here, so of course we've broken that, that's great, but I believe, yeah, there's always iron beneath it. So keep that in mind if you're looking for iron. There's going to be stuff beneath it. We want quite a lot of this stuff. We want enough to basically craft up our future items, and we don't want to go on the hunt for iron anymore because it is quite a hassle. In fact, I'm actually going to go ahead and mark this iron right here. Iron, great. Because that was ridiculously hard to find out of this entire search. I only found it here. My guess is that they changed which biome it spawned in or something like that. Ooh, and so I've actually, well, as you can see, I can't, it's super far down. So I'm going to have to add a lighting filter to this. I've hit stone. Now, I believe this is the bottom of the iron vein. I don't think that there's any more iron that I could get out of this. Yep, so that's it. But, oh, there was more. Okay, I take my words back. But this is insane. I've only gone down about 9 blocks or so. 2,000 iron or so from this alone, just from this. So what we're going to do is find, yep, there's stone over there. I'm going to figure out where I can attach my ladders. Oh. That sound actually worries me, so what we'll do is, I think we should be safe about this. Yeah, alright, good thing I keep candles on me, so we'll have to figure out a way out of this situation now. As long as they don't find my wood block over there, I should be safe. And we're going to need to make use of our blunderbuss in order to get out of here alive. So, I've placed down my torch, we should be able to relatively be able to see now. We can now place ladders. We're gonna risk breaking down this block. Yep, they were all over there. Okay. How do I deal with you guys? Ooh, you can shoot through wooden frames. Alright, that's great to see. So, they don't seem to be able to attack what's beneath them. I never knew this. But that simply means we can have a way at them like this. Thankfully I have my bow, because I'm not sure if my targeting weapon would have cut it. Alright, yep, we'll just take care of them with this. Nice and easy. No pain, we got hit once. We're infected, it's alright. We've actually got honey that we should be drinking. Thankfully their bodies fell and they let me out of this place, otherwise I would be stuck here indefinitely. Or I'd have to mine around them at the very least. Honey we can now drink. Good thing we kept it earlier. And now we have 2,000 or so iron. This place is marked, we can always come back here. So let's head on home and see what we can make with all this iron. I definitely plan on making a fire axe and shovel. Probably make iron spikes, iron doors, all that good stuff. Maybe even iron bars for our walls. I didn't realize I could sprain my leg from that small of a fall, but I'll keep that in mind for the future. It's alright though, we don't really care too much about sprained injuries right now. It seems like we've got a bruised and broken leg, which is going to hurt. We basically need a first aid bandage to fix that. That'll be super easy. Further crits may result in a broken leg. So this isn't broken just yet, it's just sprained. That said, I might actually die if I break my leg, so I feel like the max health reduction will be a little bit too powerful. Oh, we're already back towards spawn, so our house is down this way. Awesome stuff. I thought I just found iron right next to my base after I've done all that walking. I was about to be a little bit sad inside. So, I'll get around to overnight. We want to do some smelting. We're going to dump just about all of our iron in here, I think. So let's see. We've got about 2,000 iron worth for smelting. We don't really need to keep any of it on hand, because what honestly are we going to craft with this? It's mainly used for turret ammo, and we honestly don't have much need for that, especially now when we don't have turrets. For now, we can just smelt all our iron. Full stack will just take 20 wood over here. And we'll throw in an extra one there. To create our first iron bars, we need a bit of clay. We've already smelted quite a lot here, so I'm just going to craft as much iron as possible. When this iron is done smelting, we can begin making a shovel. The shovel will be used to sort of flatten this area, I think. Or we might start digging a hole down over there. One or the other. But we basically need a bunch of clay. And forget everything I just said about needing clay. We've actually got 800 right over here, in addition to our 600 that's already in our forge. We can actually start crafting cobblestones right now. As you can see, I've got a good 900 small stones. Combine that with clay soil, and you get quite a lot of cobblestone rocks. So I probably won't craft it all up. We'll start with around 400. Yep, we're still going to craft up the shovel and the iron tools. This time, though, I can start smelting some clay and all that good stuff. Now, here's something interesting I actually did not know. So, as you level up your... Where is it? As you level up your Miner 69er trait, you can unlock better quality tools, so quality 4 tools, quality 5 tools, etc. Currently I'm at quality 3 tools, and this actually increases their crafting costs, so it went from costing 24 to make a shovel to costing 32 to make a shovel. I don't know if this is the difference between the second and third upgrades, or the first to second and then second to third as well. So it might be a pretty significant increase the higher level it gets, or it might be lightly increasing each time. So not really sure which it is. In either case, though, we've got a ton of iron being forged up, so it doesn't really matter to us. It's not going to hurt us to use more iron. In fact, it may even help. And better quality tools means more block damage, so I might even just go ahead and replace this iron picks, because while level 2 items only get 1 modifier slot, quality level 3 items get, well, 3 mod slots, and a perfect example of this is our boots up here, which, as you can see, have 2 mod slots right there. One item that I'm surprised I don't have enough of for the first time ever is leather. Like, sure, if you're missing an acid bottle for your bike, that makes sense, which we're going to go ahead and craft up in a second, but leather of all things? Really? I did not expect that one. And so now we have the question, do we make a claw hammer, do we make an iron fire axe, do we make an iron shovel? I'm going to go with the iron shovel, because it means I can get clay faster, and therefore more iron. There's also paintbrush, which can be used, leather can be used to make, but leather is actually way more useful than I realized. And usually I'm just like, I've got more than enough for it, so this has never been a problem in my past. We've also got some hunger problems going on, so I'll go ahead and whip up some food to fix that. But yeah, so just want to share the progress as I am messing around over here. It's all crafting, it's not too interesting, I think, just watch me in my inventory here. I know if you're playing a multiplayer game with friends, they definitely don't find it too fun to sit around in the inventory, but that's sort of what I've been up to. Because we don't know when the blood moon is, we're not going to go to the trader until it's over. So what I'd like to do is prepare a bunch with the base and tools and everything like that, and then after the blood moon, or night after the blood moon, is when we go to the trader, because otherwise it could sort of hit us by surprise when we're away, so we don't want that to happen. Now, as I mentioned, we do of course have this bottle of acid here that we've got from looting just now, so we're going to grab all of our bike ingredients here. I do believe we have everything. And now we can also make our bike. Oh, but we need a workbench for it. That's not nice. Alright, well, we have time. It's only the start of night, we've got a shotgun, what's the worst that can happen? I know that last time I said this and I went out in the middle of the night, I immediately died. To one of those dark greyhound wolves. But tonight's going to be different because we're super close to home. Even if we die, it's not going to cost us some huge travel time. See? Easy to take care of them. And with that said, yeah, we'll just run over to this station right over here. In fact, we might spend some time here just crafting, because it will cut down on our crafting time, and we've got a whole lot to craft. Speak of the devil, and he shall arrive. That is what killed me. Are these like exclusive to night or something? Because I have never seen them in the forest during day. Maybe he was attracted by the sound. Luckily, something was healed about me. I think it was my broken leg, and I'm not sure how that got healed, but it got healed at some point. Actually, I think it only lasted 10 minutes, so nice. Sprains are very short debuffs. Broken legs are very different, but now I've got a ton of health. Alright, let's get to it. So we need to craft some wheels. And the rest should be searchable just under the word bike. So I'm going to search a bicycle, and there we go. We can start crafting everything we need. And I think that's all I wanted from this place, so we'll run back towards the house. We no longer fear the night, especially not when we're this close to home. The only thing I fear is my videos being super dark and, well, impossible to see through, so I'll be getting a helmet mod as soon as I can. I'm not going to go around holding a torch just because those attract mobs. And here we go. Ready? Crafting a bicycle. Takes 30 seconds. And boom. There we go. We've got our first bike. I'm going to go ahead and place down this awesome contraption. Just like that. Oh, and I see that they've marked it now, so that's very helpful. But we'll try it out in the morning. Actually, we don't want to mess with it just yet. We'll keep it intact, but now we can go to Trader, and it won't take us extremely long to get there. For now, what I think I'll do is repair some items. This one's repaired with a short iron pipe. That's very unique. I don't think it's like that usually. I thought it was repair kits, but alright. So we'll repair all the items that we can. Big axe, for example, could be repaired, and I'm going to keep repair kits on hand at all times, because they are generally useful. Because of those dogs, we actually also have the opportunity to craft an iron fire axe, our third tool. So I'm very happy to be doing that. I'm going to go ahead, grab our leather over here, our duct tape, and our wood we've already got plenty of. And let's get to it. So, iron fire axe, you are now mine. I'm going to do some inventory management, build up to a second floor of this house, because I feel like that could be useful, and we'll need to start upgrading the space a little bit, so I'll get to doing all of that, and I'll see you when it's finished. And with those upgrades done, as you can see, it is mostly smoothed out cobblestone. We've got some wood layers over here where the zombies should break down in order to make it easy for me to just, whack them with a hammer or bat of some sort. I'm actually planning on leaving torches around the outside of my houses so that we can, see when I'm not holding a light myself, because it is incredibly hard to see in the dark in this game. With this, I'm going to place a few doors to finalize the layout of this house. We've got a ladder going, we've got our trapdoor going, we've got the start of the second floor. I'm glad the Blood Moon wasn't today. We probably wouldn't have had enough time to make a proper base like this if the Blood Moon was day 5. That said, it's pretty likely that the Blood Moon is going to be day 6. There's a 50-50 chance here. We're going to play like Blood Moon is on day 6. That said, I am done recording for the day, so this is a goodbye from Wild William. But I'll be seeing you guys in the next one, where we plan to finish off the, top layer of our base here. We're going to build up a bunch of wooden/iron spikes to outline our base with, and anything else that we plan on doing before Blood Moon happens. One thing I really dislike is I couldn't get these doors to be double doors. I'm going to have to figure out something else to do about this. I think there's like a garage door that you can use that's like a 2x2 meant for that, so I'll look into it. Not today though. we'll have it ready in the next video. Um, if I'm over prepared for Blood Moon, there is something that I want to check out down there. It's like a watchtower. We saw it in previous videos. I believe it's right over here. Just out of my view. But with that, it is now the morning of day 6, and that is all we have time for today. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.